People in Latvia have gathered to pay heroes' honors to SS veterans in a controversial annual march. Many condemn the rally as glorifying Nazism, worried about it inspiring nationalistic youths. Despite that, it's got support at the highest political level, as Jacob Greaves reports.
I don't care about your nation.
There's been decades of change since a world where Nazi Germany dominated. Despite their bloody legacy, in some quarters of Europe, their views still have an audience.
Now the Jews are crying about the Holocaust, but between 1940 and 1941, they worked for the Bolsheviks and killed many. I think they received what they deserved.
This is as 1,500 people gathered.
That's what nobody's ever wanted to actually talk about, is that in Ukraine, 10 years before, 7, 8 years before, World War II actually really started, in the Ukraine, over 10 million people, and this is actually documented. This is a Holodomor, or Holodomor, whatever. You can look it up. I made a video about it a couple weeks ago. I'm sorry my channel isn't put together so well, but go find it. Go look it up yourself. Plenty of people have made videos about it. But it is documented just in Ukraine. 10 million people were killed by what was going on and by the Russians. And when you come to look at everything that happened, that a lot of this stuff was started by the Jews. And I'm not trying to be a freaking anti-Semite or anything like that. Most of this is, Zionist. These are Jews that call themselves Jews, but they don't believe in God. They don't believe in even their Jewish God. And one thing that I think you all need to know, in the Talmud, which is the Jewish Bible, if you would call it that, if you would call it a Bible, I guess that would be, I don't know, whatever, the Talmud. That is what the Jews read out of. That is their holy, whatever the heck it is for them. But in this, it is said that the Gentiles are to be taken advantage of, that you can literally take advantage of a Gentile and do whatever you want to them, and no repercussion is to come of you. You can pretty much do whatever you want to them, and if you tell them the secrets of the Talmud, that you, as a Jew, are to be killed. And if you ever do anything against them, that is okay. If they ever do anything against you, you're to kill them. And here's the great kicker. That if you are to rape a Gentile, or a Gentile's child, there's nothing against that. But here's one that you can quote. Mate, look this up. I dare you, if you have any discern and understanding and want to know any truth, that in the Talmud, that it is okay to rape any child that is under 3. No, not 3. It is 3 years old in one day. Imagine that. Why one day? I have no idea. But 3 years in one day to rape a child and have sex with them, because it will not affect them and it will not do anything to them to hurt them. This is in their Talmud. Do you understand that? So, the ones that don't even believe in the God and believe in their Talmud are literally people that are trying to destroy and kill the freaking world in so many ways. And then, if you think about it, the ones that do, that's what's in their Talmud. Show me anywhere in my book from my Lord that it ever says anything like that is okay. Tell me anywhere where it showed me that Hitler said that that was okay. Do you not understand everything that you've ever been told in your whole life is a lie? And here I am off my rant and rant. Here you go. I love you all. Sure.
To officially commemorate those who fought alongside Hitler's armies and joined the Waffen-SS. The meeting stoking fears of a neo-Nazi resurgence in Latvia.
We cannot be silent when people honoring the memory of the Nazis and of the Waffen-SS are marching.
How do you kill
in the
6 million
street
Jews when
of
there's only
a
3
member of
fucking
the
million
European
Jews in
Union?
Europe and all of
Those in
Europe
the crowd
wasn't even in
defend
war?
their stance, saying the so-called legionnaires
Well,
were fighting
answer me
for
that.
liberty at a time when tyranny faced Latvia from all directions.
Okay, I'm a dick here, I know. Okay, look, if you in any way think that I'm crazy and wrong, and I hope that you do, please think that I'm stupid. Go look and find the books that were written like 2 years, 5 years, 10 years after World War II. And look how they change in the narrative. Whatever. I love you all.
It was a military force formed in 1943 from volunteers and members of the disbanded Latvian Auxiliary Police, responsible for the mass killing of
How do you
Jews.
feed people when
Concerns
they
have been
destroy
raised
all your
about these
railroads?
public displays,
You can't
particularly
transport
when the
food.
message is being heard by today's youth. This image of Latvia's youth lining the streets to welcome in veterans commemorating Legionnaires' Day is one that has become commonplace. There's also something that's increasingly worrying observers who fear it may represent a rise of the far right. Those same commentators are asking why this message is being supported at the very top of the country's leadership. Latvian President Andris Bērziņš has argued it is foolish to assume that Waffen-SS veterans are criminals, saying they deserve the public's respect. It's a stance that has many opponents worried by the direction the country is headed.
People who are in charge, in positions of authority, should not be setting examples where young people start to believe that a Waffen-SS is something that you should wish to follow. You know, the fact that there are also
Neo-Nazis. Okay, neo-Nazis were taken over by literally ingrates. To be a Nazi is actually to be somebody that is a nationalist. And to be a nationalist is a very good thing. Because that means you love your nation and nothing means more than your nation. So that means the people of your nation, and that's where, look, that's where everything is broken and fucked up. Oh, your race. No, it's not about a race anymore. It's about, that's your nation. And anybody in your nation that has your love and your care and who you are and respects it and loves it and is just trying to get the fuck along like the rest of the world is a part of your nation. Hitler would have never... I mean, you must riddle me this. Jesse Owens goes to the Berlin Games. He wins more medals than any other fucking athlete. And you must understand, back then, athletes, they didn't play in one game. One game. I apologize. But they didn't, just do one... one competition. Or two competitions. You know what I mean? They literally, they were like, I will beat you at anything. And I don't mean as in being black, I just mean in general. That's how the Olympics were. And this mofo literally kicked ass. And this beautiful black man, and I say beautiful because he won so many gold medals for our damn country, mate. Won so many medals that the biggest racist killer in the whole world, Hitler, racist killer, actually had a photo taken with him and shaking his hand, gave him a gift, and told him that your country is so lucky to have you. Pretty much telling him, your country is so lucky to have a person of your caliber, representing them. And I had to tell you. And that's the funniest. No, it's not the fucking funniest thing. It's the most fucked up, most bullshit thing that it is never told. I mean, tell me, if you told little kids that Hitler was the biggest piece of shit in the world, but you told them that he did that for Jesse Owens, that, supposedly Nazis and, all this are fucking racist. Because, you know what, I don't think Nazis are racist. Yes, I think white supremacists, and I do think neo-Nazis are very racist people. The sad thing is, they actually got the understanding of, Nazism was good because of many ways, but they lost actually what it was, and they were brainwashed to become a racist thing. Because, it's not a racist thing. If you look back, the swastika, you go all the way back, and it is from Hinduism to just everything. It is a good luck sign. It is a freaking sign of peace and goodwill. And, hey, look, my main thing is, it's so funny because I talk to many people, and they're like, yeah, I used to, when we were kids, we used to go fucking kick fucking Nazis' asses and dead. And I'm like, oh, okay. I started talking to him, kind of telling him exactly, I'm like, are you sure? Do you even know what that means? And I'm like, there's a thing between what a real Nazi is or a nationalist is compared to what a neo-Nazi is. Do you understand that? No, I like to kick Nazis' asses, and I like to fuck with them. I can't help it. I know I'm an asshole. And I'll just be like, well, I'm a fucking Nazi. Really? You gonna kick my ass? And, it's even funnier when they're actually, at my house and in my garage. They're just like, But, it's fucking hilarious because it's like, you have this understanding in your head of something that you don't even know the truth about. And it is so sad because I'm telling you, if you really knew true history, literally real true history, it is so much more interesting and so much more crazy than the fiction that you're fucking told. But I love you all, and I've gone off of my rant, and let's get this shit going for you. I'm sorry. I know, I'm fucking crazy. Sometimes I even have to admit that to myself.
Nazis groups who use these marches as opportunities to promote their xenophobia, their anti-Semitism, and so forth, is also not correct.
Don't hate yourself.
Echoing such sentiment, anti-fascist groups gathered nearby in a protest to the annual march. The recognition of the Latvian SS unit has been slammed by the European Commission against racism and intolerance, but no action has ever been taken to stop the parade.
If any government wants to endorse these kind of actions, and I think there's cause for concern.
Stalin
obviously, there's the right
killed
to,
over 100 million
speech,
and
but,
supposedly
one doesn't have to welcome it. So if the
Hitler
government's
killed
involved
6 million Jews when there was only 3 million
of anything here,
in
then I think it's
all of Europe
for Europe to
that
make
he
some
didn't
intervention.
take over.
But the rise in far-right rhetoric is not
Think
unique
of
to
this.
Latvia.
Look at your
With
own
a continent
research.
gripped
Look
by
at the books that
financial
were written
crisis,
for the first couple of
ultranationalism
years,
has been
10
growing
years
throughout
after
Europe.
the war.
You've got what I
There
would
was
call
not
two groups.
6 million
You've got
Jews
the fascist right.
killed.
People
There
are
were people that were
proud
starved
of being sort of
because of blowing up
SS
the train
veterans
track.
or whatever. And you've got the fascist light, the people who, like probably Marine Le Pen in France, are actually coming from that kind of milieu, coming from that kind of position, but are kind of toning down their policies because it puts off some of the voters, but in many senses are just as dangerous.
Is a growth most apparent in marches that celebrate those who others strongly condemn, accompanied by personal messages such as this one made at a Latvian TV station. They stand as a striking image of Europe's lingering past, one that could have an increasing impact on its future. Jacob Greaves, RT, Riga in Latvia.
Listen, what you've been told is nothing but lies. People don't realize, I did actually, I came across this video, I know I saved it, I gotta come across it and find it. But you can actually look at how much you've been lied to, and nothing but lied to. And if we actually continue to keep believing these lies, and our children believe them, look, we've been brainwashed. We must open our fucking eyes.
In May 1940, Hitler's forces stormed through France, crushing all opposition. At the heart of their rapid advance was a new military elite, the Waffen-SS, combat troops with a fierce devotion to the Third Reich.
Our motto was duty, loyalty, the fatherland, and comradeship.
Does that sound like horrible people?
The Waffen-SS were the ideological standard bearers for the Nazi leadership, and they were notorious for barbaric crimes.
No, they were not. That is a fucking lie, and that's why I'm stopping this.
Man or woman or child.
Look, everything you've ever been told is 100% an effing lie. And I know that is just a fucking insane, nonsensical, irritating thing to even try to imagine. I do. And, for whatever reason, I enjoy being that asshole. I'm telling you it. Fuck, man. It's so simple. It's right there in front of your eyes. I mean, everything is. And that's what is, like, for me. Any of you that see my videos that say, you know, for you that have the eye, just, whatever. We are a certain type of people. There's not many of us. And that is one of the, you know, crazy things that people don't understand. Like, there's not many of us that actually, you know, and it's crazy. Sometimes I'm like, is it because I have the time? I mean, no matter what I'm doing, whether I'm working or not, I do what I don't do anything but try to look at stuff that interests me and try to find things and see what people are saying and what is just going on. And it is funny to me because for so long in my life I could not care two freaking shits. In any way, I could not care. And something changed, and I know what it is, and if you listen to my videos, you know what it was. Or, you know, what accelerated it. And to understand and be lucky enough to see what I see, to know what I know. I mean, I wish I had that little, that part playing. You know, to know what I know and to see what I see and to feel so, you know, lucky for that. And, you know, at the same time, just sitting there and just wondering, why me? Why? In any way, what did I do? And, you know, it's so funny because, you know, if you're, you know, an arrogant cuss, you'd sit there and go, well, why me and what did I do to have to know this and deal with this? And, you know, trust me, there's maybe sometimes, for those that haven't fully comprehended and understood what this is, that they might think that. It is a very hard thing when you come to understand what, in any way the world is. And you have to actually explain to yourself, or a rhyme and a reason, to actually sit there and be able to look at anybody that you know in the eyes and be like, hey, I know this to be fact, and this is what I believe, when 95% of them are going to look at you and laugh and tell you that you're fucking retarded. And maybe there might be that small little group out of everybody be like, well, dude, what are you talking about? Really? Well, show me what you're talking about. And that's the thing, what people don't realize, like, we've been put into this idiocracy of, if that's what the whole world and everybody else thinks, and this is what I've been taught, is, trust me, school is nothing but a brainwash. And the only thing you get taught in school that's truth is math. And the funny thing is, I heard something about these tests and all that, and it's like, if you gave the right answer, it was wrong. I don't know. I'm not really going to say anything about that or get into that. Just the insanity of everything that's going on and everything that you've been lied to. You must do your own research. Alright, now I think I'm supposed to be finishing this video for you. Now, was I not?
A missile may impact on land or sea within minutes. This is not a drill. If you are indoors, stay indoors. If you are outdoors, seek immediate shelter in a building. Remain indoors well away from windows.
Alright, I was going to go with something else. Deal with it. Bye, Felicia. Oh, wait. No, you ain't Felicia. Dude, you're actually listening.
This is not a drill.